Hello, hello. Long time no see.
It's been a hot minute, boys.
Probably not for you, but for us it's been, what, 4 months?
Maybe longer, I reckon.
So we've been a bit slack with the videos, and we apologise.
Every time we go to pull the GoPro out, it's either flat or card's not in it. And we just need to get our ass into gear because we're coming up to New Year's pretty quick and we need the truck going.
Stored out from a weekend mission. But anyhow, the buggy's coming along very nicely.
Have a gander.
So we'll start in the engine bay. We've made this here airbox. Got our pod filter here and our nice plumbed in downpipe snorkel right here. Old Plumber McGee over here.
We're still going to put the bracket in here, which is going to lock it into place. But to be fair, for what we're going to be doing...
Oh, she's perfect.
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 Smack it, crack it, cut it, glue it, put a new one on there. Should be fresh as.
I don't even think they've seen the scrub bars.
No.
So we've done our scrub bars. Very nice, very nice.
They all tie into the pillar here. We've got a piece of all this runs the whole way through. Yeah. I think the last one they saw was pretty much just this loop.
Yeah.
And maybe this one. Yeah. Maybe not even that.
So hey, there's a flat deck on it now. And the best thing about the flat deck, you know a ute when you see one. You know you got a ute when you got a ute. But let me tell you, mate, this is a ute with a boot. Check that out, mate. How many 24 boxes can you fit in there, eh?
I reckon 1.5.
Yeah,
maybe 2.
That's about, yeah, I reckon.
Slap some ice
48
in
boxes.
Should be away, boys.
Yeah. But yeah, this is our recovery gearbox. And
we the dirty
we
straps
just
and
chucked what are these called? Suitcase hatch. Suitcase, mate. Suitcase. How good. And they're the perfect latch for us. Just a couple door hinges. Sweet as. Got the 3-point tie downs.
Yeah, so we can literally stretch it down from any angle of the tray.
And then obviously we can go off the cage. We've got more up on the roof.
Yep. Few fucking roof rails up here.
Yeah.
And then I think the plan is we got some marine speakers, which we're going to chuck up in here. I don't think, yeah, they should last with the water and stuff like that. And I think we've got a couple of lights that we're going to chuck off the side or out the back and stuff like that for camping.
Yeah.
What else have we done?
We've ripped out everything out of our head unit, so this is going to be our switch panel. Very blank at the moment, there's not a hole drilled in it, but we're going to put marine head deck in there, waterproof head deck, because the plan is just to get the water blaster out and blast all of this. Yep. So this is born to be muddy, you know?
Yeah. So
just
then,
like us.
Yeah, waterproof all the connections and stuff, and then yeah, you don't really want to be mucking around with electrics and stuff like that with water. So
yeah,
she's away. What else have we done? We got some floor panels in there.
One floor mat.
Seats are all mounted now.
Nice solid.
And then as well, fuel filler is all in.
Yeah.
Good to go. Then have a gander under here. You can see the fuel tank's all mounted up now as well, on all its braces and everything like that. And all fits snug underneath the tray. So she's away. Oh, shit, and as well, the exhaust's on now too.
Oh, true, fully forgot about
that.
Yeah,
forgot about that.
It actually doesn't sound like a Harley now.
Yeah. So that just took the nasty little bit of rasp out of the exhaust.
It ends just here. So I scored a muffler, and the exhaust ends just here after that muffler. And it took a bunch of welding under the car. And while I was doing it, I had to put my head on a weird angle and I was under the welder. And I got a piece of swarf drip down and landed in my ear. And bro, like...
I'd never seen him squirm so much.
Oh, it was nuts, eh? And yeah, I swear I couldn't hear right for like 2 weeks, but she's a good now. She'll be right, mate. Let's show them our bonnet that we folded up. We did a bit of a cuzzy fold. But she's come along, she's looking good.
Don't mind the mess of the garage.
Check the bracing on it, mate. See this right here? Fence panel, fence rails.
Sweet as. Geez, mate.
Yeah, all riveted in from the top. No welds, mate. Which is nice for me. I'm bloody sick of welding. No, not actually, but... See, she sits about there.
Beauty.
And this is our job for me and Darcy today. So we got our bonnet and we got our packers right here. We just drilled some riv nuts in there. We're gonna riv nut it down into those. They go up and they go down.
Then, the plan is we're gonna have a threaded pin, which is gonna come up through the corner here, which will just have like a nut and a washer, which will just tighten down onto the front, onto the rubber here. So just stop it rattling around and moving around.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get rid of all this dusty original latch and shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that.
So what are we doing today?
Bonnet.
Fix it down.
Fix that down. What else we got? Oh,
PERSPEX. So this is what we're doing today. Got ourselves a windscreen.
yeah, this piece of plastic, a very expensive piece of plastic in terms of the scale of the truck.
Yeah.
I'd
what
say
do
it
you-
probably costs a tenth of the truck and everything that we've done so far.
Reckon we're up to $2.5 on the truck?
2 to 3 grand
Yeah.
ish. That's not including our hours.
Yeah, but you can't include that. This
Nah.
is just fun.
This is just, we do this shit for fun, so.
But yeah, $300 on plastic, bro. Who wants to do that when you can recycle?
We all shout out Greenpeace. They
Yep.
love it.
Yeah. So we just had a test cut. Neither of us has cut PERSPEX before. And we've done a test cut and we did a good job. You know, it's nice. Plasticky.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know, skill saw cuts PERSPEX. Mint.
Yes. This is an aluminium blade on the skill saw.
Yeah, so your little
Can't vouch for a wood blade. This is more of a finishing blade. All the teeth. Yeah. So, me and Darcy are here to teach and show. So, what me and Darcy have set up here is this is the line we want our windscreen cut at. And we've measured in 35mm to our straight edge.
So the distance from the actual
The teeth.
blade to the edge of the track
35mm.
is 35mm.
Which is this. So, Darcy's going to run this along our straight edge and it's going to cut straight along that line.
Okay, first thing with this is you want to start your blade off the PERSPEX first. So when you run into it, you're not gonna chip it off when it's touching. I tell you what, how's that smell?
Tell you what, I should have probably worn earmuffs.
Yeah.
Beauty. Oh, check out that cut though.
Just to mention, PERSPEX smells really nice, eh?
Beauty. Doesn't
Yeah.
get much better than that, boys. Don't even really need to sand that either.
Yeah.
That's mint.
So your other option from this is a scroll saw. This is the Hori Tradie edition, right?
This is the do what you got in the garage
This is the
version.
I want to save $1,000 from buying a scroll saw. So you get a skill saw, measure her out, sweet as.
Honestly, that is better than the factory edge they gave us. I'm not gonna lie. Check that out. Or should we just see how this fares up with the old buggy frame?
You want to just test fit it?
Yeah, see how it looks.
See the black line?
Me?
Now it's time to do some welding. Cut some tabs.
Right, do we want to
Weld
mark?
some tabs on.
Do we want to mark out whereabouts we want these tabs?
Yeah, so we'll go 25 up, 25 down, and centre.
Yep.
I think I've even marked centre. So I've cut these tabs. We've got our 600 marks, our windscreen, so we're going to go 25 up, round hay, then 25 down, round hay, then centre.
And then what size bolt were we going to chuck through?
We're going to go 8mm
8mm.
handhead bolt. We're going to tap these. And then we're going to go rubber washer on the outside of the bolt, rubber washer behind the windscreen,
So at
so
least-
it's all nice and rubbery.
And then we don't have it clanging around, touching steel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then hopefully that gives it, and then the holes will have a little bit of leeway, so at least when we hit some hectic jumps, we don't crack the PERSPEX and regret it and have to do it all over again.
Well, we're making it so it's nice and removable because it is a replacement part.
Yeah. Yeah. So if anything hits it or anything like that, but that's kind of why we opted to go with PERSPEX anyway, is that it is a little bit more durable than.
We can do glass, but you got to glue it.
Yeah.
We're not going to.
And for what it is, with the frame and everything like that, it's just majority of it is just to try and block the shit hitting our face. So yeah, and then we can just hit it with a water blaster, blast it off, and Bob's your uncle. Right. So we've never actually went to the extent to get a friggin' shifter lifter, which we should have because we've spent the last few months pushing the truck out and then being like, yo, let's move the welder out, and this is the process.
This is a trolley jack.
And she's not light. Remember the ground nut? I'll get that power up too.
Do you have your multi-box out?
Now I'll grab it.
We're MIG welding around here, mate. You've seen it before, it's classic boss weld. It's been doing a treat, to be honest.
What did we get that for? 600 bucks.
500 bucks.
500 bucks.
$500 holler, mate.
And that thing has done the whole thing plus that one bottle. We're still over half of the gas left in that bottle after this whole project.
Yeah, and we've used a full coil, and now we've just started a second coil.
Yeah. So, in terms of like welding materials, it's been relatively cheap. Plus, we'll use the welder for heaps of other projects to come.
Yeah,
Or come take a
good tool to have.
a sneak peek of project number 2, which we need for the buggy.
Oh, straight up. And 3.
Oh, and 3 for after that, which we can tow from the buggy.
Boys been on Marketplace.
Feast
Here it
your
is,
eyes on the beauty.
Look at that.
She looks a bit dusty for now.
Yeah.
And that's red paint, by the way, not rust. There's not a speck of rust on it. But in terms of what we've got to do to get this thing road legal, swap this hitch out. It's got a dusty brake cylinder and all that sort of shit, so we're going to get rid of that. Swap it over, because I think, what's this one?
50mm.
It's a 50mm, and we need to go to a 1 3/8.
Yeah.
Ball.
All the tyres are mismatched. So we got to get new tyres.
Yeah, they're pretty dusty. We're eventually gonna do some more bracing across the middle, and then do like a full flatbed.
Because we want it as a real trailer. But the mainest thing about this, it fits the buggy. And that's what we want, because we want to be able to tow the buggy to the beach.
And it's a tipper trailer too, so if you're loading, say, a lowered car or anything like that, chuck the ramps on, undo these pins, and the trailer actually levers up and lets you just drive straight up. Won't need that with the buggy, but...
No, but it's in the future. And we've also got a winch coming for the future. Give it a year or two, it'll happen.
And then in the background, the old
boat,
fishing steed, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that still needs a lot of work.
Built in 1975. It's a classic.
Yeah, we've stripped it back and patched any of the fiberglass holes and stuff like that, but I'm sure we'll do some videos on.
Bring it in close up with that boat. So yeah, we sanded everything, bogged everything. Next things to come, we've got an outboard, but we haven't decided on whether or not we're going to use it.
She's a 1975 out. What is it? A Johnson 40 horse. But we got her running, fixed all the carburetors and everything like that, flushed them out, got it running. But I don't know how reliable that thing is. So we've been on the hunt on Marketplace for a cheeky outboard. So we'll see what happens.
And it's going to be a quick project for me and Das. We've done all the sanding and all the hard labour. Now we've just got to paint it, outboard, steering, and then we're away.
And then obviously add maybe some lights, radios, speakers, and do fish finder. Yeah. Got to know where the fishies are.
And then what? Fill it with blokes.
The old 3 metre flatties, boys. But yeah, that's pretty much all of our projects in the works.
Yeah. And summer is right around the corner. Christmas is 6 weekends away. We got to get them done. Not the boat, but we're getting the trailer. We're getting the buggy done.
Nothing like a pair of safety squints, boys.
My mask was off on that too.
Oh, was it?
Dusty. No, I'll just get one more. Right, that's on. Can they go?
So we're just doing a couple tacks, then we'll run a level right across the front to make sure we've got the right angle. So we'll just give it a few taps. Once we're happy, bang a welder right across, and then we can do it that way, and then once we're happy with all of those, then we can bang our holes through. And yeah, so yeah,
drill the PERSPEX.
We might as well, we'll give them a little spray of black zinc as well, just to prime it. Bit of entertainment. Oh, fuck, they got me a couple times.
Sorry boys, they go.
They got me. Spadex Blairham.
What are you fellas up to?
Working on the buggy, drinking.
Brad, mate, how long have you been welding for?
Today, all day.
Okay.
All day, mate. You think I want to come home and weld? Of course I do. I've got a bloody buggy on the go, mate.
Yeah,
Beauty buggy it is, mate.
But yeah, if we're talking about the buggy days, I've been welding for probably a solid week straight on this thing.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be pretty close.
Yeah, lots of sunburn. Lots of
Hey, it's been keeping the tan going through winter, mate.
Yeah, tan's looking good. You can see today my tan it's been pretty bad. Today I haven't been using my mask. Well, I have, but when I'm doing my tacks, it's been like this. Just blasting them on. Yeah, no good. Don't do that.
And what's the beveragino of the night, Das?
Oh yeah, beverage. Hang on, where did I put it? That's a good question, mate. Oh, cool.
Mine and Darcy's biggest regret on this build is not doing a tally on how many beers this has taken.
I'd say we'd be well into the hundreds.
Yeah.
Like I'd say safely wouldn't recommend this to anybody, but I'd say 3/4 to a box most sessions on it each time. But
Well, you can't not recommend that.
well,
You know, like
majority
you're working on your
of the
shed.
days that we're working on is on a Friday arvo, and that all you think about all day on a Friday at work is you need to go have a drink.
On the sand. Yeah.
And then why not do it while working on the buggy and you have fun twice? Yeah.
So what are you drinking?
Today's beverage is a major vodka peach and apple. Actually not a bad drop.
Out of 10?
I'll give it an 8. Oh,
Yeah, that's Nelson's over here, mate.
7.5 I'd say.
Okay.
More.
More.
Yeah, bro, like the angle's like that.
Grab onto that.
Hold that where you want it, mate.
Yeah, I'm inside.
460.
Divide by 2.
230. That's centre.
Cool.
Yeah.
One more.
Then that just makes sure that all 3 are all lined up level. So when we put our glass in, it's not flexing.
Good job, Brad.
Hey, thanks, mate. I don't get told that much.
You just love the angle that welders do. Like, look at that posture that he's got. That's unreal. Into a bit of Pilates, mate.
Side lunge.
You know what they say about us welders, mate? Hitting every angle with 100% penetration.
Oh. What are you doing?
Oh, we're just cutting off some edges because we've -6 mil to stay off our frame around. Nah, not that hard. Yeah, about there. So yeah, we were just a little close to our radius bend. So we're just mowing those off for our radius bend just to get it nice and open, freeing, flowing. So yeah, just gonna do this one by eye.
Not everything has to be perfect.
Nah.
Yeah.
Good thing to mention with the skilly, we put a bunch of masking tape on it so we don't scratch the perspex. I use this skill saw for aluminium, so there's heaps of aluminium debris and everything all around it. And just chucking on a bit of this, bit of that, keeps it nice and
Yeah, just
safe.
stops it from dragging across the surface. So
Yeah.
we've
We've already got a layer of protection, but you know, you don't want to scratch your bloody windscreen, that's $300. You reckon the Billy Mad's born to be on a bloody cutting saw? Hey.
That's such a nice shot.
Beautiful. Actually quite impressed with how that cut.
If Billy Mav could say yeehaw, it sure would on the sawhorse. Yeehaw!
It's so dry it made me thirsty. Here's my drink.
Oh, yeah. So our tabs are still hot from welding, so me and Darcy are going to pick up this bonnet, get him melted and see, because we've got a little bit of packing to do. We've got to do it with some rubbers.
Yeah, off. Don't want any rattling. We'll chuck this in the corner so I don't wreck it.
Quite proud of our bonnet, considering it wasn't professionally folded or welded.
We didn't get any of it on video, but this is probably the hoariest thing that we've done in the whole truck, the whole part of it.
But it looks good.
So how we actually bent it was we had a piece of aluminium, like a solid piece of what, 2x2, like 50mm by 50mm.
50 by 50, and it's about 2.5 meters long.
And then so what we did is we marked out where we wanted to bend it. Then we rolled the truck, and then we laid the piece of alley across it, and then rolled the truck up over it, so it locked it down.
Clamp it down.
Because we don't have a folder. And we grabbed a piece of timbers and we folded it up.
Fucking kicking it, punching it, trying to bend the shit out of it.
And I'm not gonna lie, it actually turned out a lot better than I thought. And then these front tabs here, we just folded over one of these, the sawhorse, with a block underneath, and then just tapped it down.
Bit of a hammer jobby.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do checker plate, if you're gonna fold checker plate, just know it's hard. If you can do,
well, it doesn't like to fold
alley
across all the checks.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot nicer to do something like this one down here, where it's just a straight flat aluminium plate. But we use this little pig to make up our airbox, so we don't really have enough. But yeah, nothing's right.
Yeah, well, can you clear the bonnet? So yeah, we've made this, and on our original bonnet hinges we've put 50 by 50 packers on it, drilled and riv nutted it, drilled our holes for our bolts to go through. But we still need a few rubber washers because it's obviously we've folded our bonnet.
Yeah, so
and
these
those
ones
are flat.
These are flat, and then the bonnet sits up on an angle like
Yeah.
this.
So we're gonna have to work out what we're gonna do, but we're doing it with rubber, so it should have a bit of give. Over here, mate, over here. Look at this. Bonnet entry snorkel. You wouldn't read about it, mate. Hey, hey. We had to do that because our scrub bar, but it came out well, I reckon.
Yeah, we've kind of just, what's it called, winged our way through the whole process. Kind of just gone by air. And it's actually turned out quite well the whole way through, not gonna lie. So we've kind of just decided to roll with the rest of it like that. So
yeah, it's in the thread, it's fine. Yeah. I'll just grab an Allen key.
Bit of technical difficulty, boys.
Bradley just didn't believe me, but it's alright. You live and learn. Nah, that bolt just needs a bit of persuasion, that's all.
Bit of TLC.
Bit of bigger hammer situation.
That APA.
Yeah, boy.
Do you drink APA?
BRBs, mate.
Be right back. Out of 10?
6.
Oh, Keno.
What's a Mav, Brad?
I retract that, we're on a 5.
What's a Brad? What's a Brad out of 10?
What's Brad out of 10? 10 out of 10, mate. You know, how do the Brads do it? Hey,
you know. 12 gauge or a 16 gauge? What are you?
24, mate.
24 gauge
24,
Brad?
yep.
That's a pretty thick Brad there, mate.
You ain't gonna beat me with none of your bloody
still middle, right?
What do plumbers use? Plungers. Your plunger ain't going through me, mate.
I'll plumb you out.
No, you're not. No, not in 24 gauge, mate. You have to get the bloody...
Get the wide handle going for
you.
Right, that's nutting it out. One job at a time.
Late night sessions with the boys. Okay, I'm just gonna... You guys haven't seen me yet, but my name is Brad and I'm the videographer.
He's only a bottle of wine deep.
I'm the videographer.
She's a bit of a shaky camera, that's why.
Part-time. Part-time, he's on his trial.
So I'm on the videographing. But these boys, for what you guys don't see, these boys work super late. They grind out some hours on this buggy. And you know, when it comes to a project, you gotta be committed. It's a passion, you know. It's a passion. It's not just putting in the hours when it's daylight when you want to. It's grinding it out after work when you've worked all day. You can't be bothered, but here you are, still grinding it out.
Keep pulling.
He's laughing at me. It's because I'm a bottle of wine deep, but I'm speaking some truth.
Crack up. You good over there, mate?
Yeah, we're on.
And then you get the stragglers who are just here to claim that we've done some work, hey mate?
Taking time out of your day to focus on your breathing can help clear your mind.
Lovely. Might take that on, eh?
Mate, that's making the YouTube video off, I can
needed
tell
a
you
few
what.
breaths today, mate. So we've made this packer of a bracket onto our OG bonnet packer. So when we got the truck, our mate rolled it and he fucked the bonnet. So we had to scrap that bonnet and we've made an alley bonnet. But we're kind of glad we did. And so yeah, we're just tightening her up. 50mm packer. Because we've folded our bonnet, we've had to do some little rubber packers under here. There's a couple rubbers. And yeah, it's worked nicely on that angle. We've angled the packers and all that jazz.
Oh, should we see how?
Now we have a hinged bonnet. Took 3 days, or 3 after works. But
It's like a regular bonnet bar on hinges.
Is there any clunking on the way up? Oh.
A little bit. We're just going to trim this a little bit. We wanted to try and get it as far that way as possible. So we're just going to give this a little a trim. Should be sweet as.
Look at that.
there's our drill bits. High speed, low pressure. Mad focus. Not breaking this thing, mate. Not a chance.
Knock on wood, really.
So, blunt drill bit, high speed, low pressure.
Yeah, so we had to go through and we did a few holes in the concrete just to dull the bit down.
Yeah, you want it dull, man. You want it dull, because as soon as it grabs, it's going to crack. That means your drill bit's too sharp. We ain't there. She was a nice drill bit, used to be. Not anymore.
So I get that PERSPEX smell, you know?
That's good, hey?
Something like a bit of,
I like it.
what's it called?
PERSPEX.
It smells like burning skin.
You don't want to touch that. Wait, check Barney out on the welder's glove.
He's about as blind as a welder's dog.
He's found his dog bed. You would have seen us weld these tabs on. So we're just getting the bolt. We've chucked a rubber washer in front of the tab. And then on the other side, we've got the bolt on a rubber washer. So we're sandwiching it with rubber. And yeah, making it nice and cozy. Yeah, so we're just doing a test fit of the windscreen. Still a bunch of plastic to rip off. It'll be clear when it's not there.
Yeah, she's not white. Yeah. Alright, my 3 are on.
Darcy's 3 are on, Minter. And us. Get my 3 on, and then, what, call her a night?
Yep, and then we'll come back and give her another crack.
Yeah.
Later on, maybe during the weekend.
Whoop. So there it is, time for backup, boys. Dinner time, I reckon. It's a late one, but all Fridays are. Oh, sorry, I'll chuck that up in the chiller, eh? Yeah.
So how do you conclude the night?
Successful. Very successful.
A fair bit done, actually.
Bonnet mounted, windscreen mounted. Yeah, no, great success. So yeah, I was just looking at my chili bin like, fuck boys, we need to go out for a kayak fish.
It's been a hot minute, actually.
Summer's coming, you know?
We haven't done one this season.
No? And it's starting. We've got 6 weeks till Christmas. 7 weeks till New Year's. So it's about time we go out for a kayak fish.
Yeah.
But hey, good night, great success.
Hey, shot cameraman.
Sorry we haven't kept you up with the updates, but
hopefully from now on, a little bit more regular.
Yeah.
More so, get some action shots.
Catch you on the flip.